Janetta or Jeanette. Hello. Hey, Iron Dog. Man, you're up early. Of course, it's 8 o'clock there. You're welcome, Sunford. Thank you for your support. You got the ranch, Allie. You got the new ranch. Been up since 4:30. In pain, I'll bet you. Pam said if anybody asks how she's doing, tell them I feel like poop. But I think she'll be a lot better as time goes on. Orson, hey, good morning. You got up at 6. All right. No kidding, dog. You couldn't have said that any better. She would have been all right if they'd put her to sleep. And I didn't know that they didn't have a guy on hand to do that for them. Doing It Cheap's going to have a live stream today. Good deal. Well, dog, I run your live stream. I was on there with you the whole time. I started it on Pam's computer and run it the whole time that you was on there. I just couldn't do two things at the same time. So you still got my support. Hello, Ken. How are you this morning? Good morning, Gene Chambers. Yep. So your watch time, that'll help you a bunch. And then let me figure this up for you again. You're getting extra 144 hours per day, running 6 of your videos or 6 playlists at one time. 137. You're gaining, man. Let's see, we got 10 days or less because you're always two days behind. They probably won't count them last 2 days. Well, that's good, Ken. I'll tell you what, them live streams, you know, they always claim, you didn't make any money at it. Well, you're not going to make any money if we don't get this threshold. Well, thank you, dog. Hey, nothing to sneeze at. I'll take her. Of course, my live stream, it's only calculating uh, to the 8th. So you'll have yesterday and today. Yeah, time goes quick, Ken. Oh, yeah, by the way, check everybody out. Oh, that's great, dog. I'll I'll take it. But I'm running 3 on this one and 3 on that one. I've been running Jeanette's every day. Every time it quits, I restart it. The Four Hearts Ranch, been running his. Been running Pappy Pennell. Every time his stops, I start it again. And it's me, Brian. I've been running his. Well, Gene, turn that switch off up there, but don't send it down here. Keep that snow up there. Well, thank you, Jeanette. You're supposed to get 17 inches of snow this weekend. Wow. I think I think down here they're supposed to get some snow an hour north of us, but I think right here it's just going to be rain. Well, dog, right now in minutes, I got 166,617 minutes. But see, that don't count Friday, and of course, not today. And I made a live stream last night. I'm making one now. And you made a live stream last night. It looked pretty good. I couldn't play it and do this one. I listened to it for a little bit with Pam's headphones. You're welcome, Jeanette. Well, help him out. Dog needs some help, Jeanette. He runs what he can on his laptop, and I understand, dog. You need to try to take your laptop in there to your recliner. Well, dog, I was having trouble with my videos coming to the end and stopping. And every time one of them happened, I started closing it out, opening a tab, and starting a brand new stream. Knock on wood. So far, that's helped it because I get up in the morning and they're still running, but I'll go back and start them ahead, earlier so that they'll run all day. And while we've been gone the last 2 days, they've been running the whole time. Well, dog, if you hurt, you got to do what you can do. Hello, cool dad. Good morning to you. Well, back when I had my hip surgery, I still had to try to work. And them guys would put work on me like you wouldn't believe. They wouldn't help me. I'd just go with the flow. I wouldn't complain. I'd just keep trucking. But mine was bone to bone. And when the surgeon did mine, he come out and told Pam and my sister and whoever else was there. He said that boy was in pain. That was bone to bone. And I kept telling people, and all people could say, "Oh, you're fat. You need to lose weight." Okay, I'm fat and I need to lose weight. I won't disagree with you that. But that's not what was causing my hip to hurt. Mountain Mama. Well, thank you, Mountain Mama. Whatever time you come through here helps me a bunch, and I appreciate it. Now, everybody, I think everybody's subbed to each other, but this is our live stream. And I heard Green Bay Wacky say, you know, if they're on your live stream, don't be bossing them. Let them do what they want to do. I mean, within reason. If they want to sub, if they want to talk to somebody, leave them alone. And whatever you really say here in the chat, it it don't exist once the video goes down. Georgia Gamer, how are you this morning? Let me check out your channel. I'm sure that I'm sub to you. I've seen you before. All right. Now he's got 784 subs. Theo, hang on, man. So Georgia Gamer got 700 and see, I forgot it already. 760 some. But anyhow, there's a link. If you click on that, and if you're not sub, that'd be great. Theo, I'm doing great. She just told me if anybody asks, tell them that I feel like poop. That's not the word she used, but I think she'll do fine. It's not even been one day. The problem was they should have put her to sleep. I didn't realize they didn't have somebody on hand to do that. Okay, Pretz Greenhouse, thank you for coming by. Before you take off, let's check out your channel. I know I'm subbed to you. You've been in here several times. Hey, he's only got 412 subs. Okay. I got to do several clicks, but it's not a problem for me. There's a link to Greenhouse. If you're not subbed to Greenhouse, click on that link. Just check him out. He's got a pretty good channel. You're doing a whole bunch of lottery tickets. Oh my God, I hope you win big. Hey, hey, Georgia Gamer, if if you win big, I'll give you my address. I'll give you my PayPal account. But I'm only kidding. I'm not rich, but I don't need your money. But I do hope you win. There, cool dad sub back to Orson. Great. Oh my God, dog. Wow. Well, the problem with my hip was one of the surgeons, not the one that did it, but he looked at my X-ray and he said that the the cup that the ball goes into, it's a birth defect. It wasn't made big enough, so there wasn't enough cartilage in there, and it wore out quicker. So that was the biggest biggie about mine. Yeah, I know. I gained 10 last night. I don't know how. You see that guy standing on the corner? I'm homeless. We'll work for food. I've been there. Only I'm saying I will sub back for subs. I'll be monetized us. Good deal. Let's see, who did you sub to? Oh, Cool Dad. Okay. Good deal. So we got a sub there. That's great. Okay, Ken. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for the thumbs up. I'll even take thumbs down. I don't care. Thumbs down don't hurt anything but your feelings. And they don't even hurt mine anymore because I know where a lot of them's coming from. So, not a biggie. But the time it takes them to come in there to give a thumbs down, I get that watch time. And that's what I'm after. Yep. Okay. Well, everybody, don't forget to watch Georgia Gamer. Hey, Pappy, panel. Hey, I've been running your videos every day. You're catching hours from me every day and all night long. I don't I don't shut it down. If it gets to the end, I restart it. And if I'm home, I check them quite often, make sure they're still running. Because if they go for an hour without running, we don't want that. I really don't have any trouble with anybody's but my own. You're welcome, Pappy. Thank you. You got me a bunch of subs here a while back. Best you could do. You had went into other people's channel, told them about me, and I come in there and said hi. And they said, "Hey, this is Pappy's friend. Let's all sub Kim Fyffe." Man, my chest bristled up. I thought, wow, I'm somebody. They called out my name. I kind of hope when I get to the pearly gates that St. Pete hollers for me. I don't want to miss that one. And, they say we're all sinners, but we're all forgiven. So I believe. Yeah, you do, Pappy. And I appreciate it. I think I need 38 more subs to get to the 1K. You are cool, Dad. You really are. You are in his good book. Don't don't even question it. You have faith that he'll take you by the hand when it comes time. It reminds me of a joke I've got to tell you. Hello, Donna. Good morning to you. This preacher came into this tavern and he said, if there's anybody in here that believes in the Lord and wants to go to heaven, go over there and stand by the jukebox and I'll get with you here in just a minute. And the whole bar went over there and stood by the jukebox, except this one man. And he just sat there at the bar and sipped his beer or his drink, whatever he had. And the preacher come over and he said, "Hey," he said, "don't you believe in the Lord?" He said, "Yes, sir, I do." He said, "Well, don't you want to go to heaven?" "Well, absolutely." He said, "Well, why didn't you go over and stand by the jukebox?" Oh, I thought you was getting a load to go today. I want to go, but not today. Now, don't everybody laugh at once. There, Pappy, he liked it. I love to tell jokes. It really is. It's a good story. Dog, you don't have to do it, but you've got a standing invitation. All you have to do, if you want to be on my panel, is say, send me a link and what have you. You got it. But I'm not going to beg you because I know you hurt and you're on you're on my live stream watching. I'm getting just as much credit, but I do like talking to you, so it's up to you. So, like Forrest Gump, and that's all I got to say about that. Well, thank you, cool Dad. I don't know Mike Walker. Let's see. I know outdoors. Let's see. Is that all one? Mike Walker Outdoors, maybe. Okay, I know Outdoors Air. I don't know as I know Walker Outdoors. But I can be, because if he's a friend of yours, he's a friend of mine. Okay, give me a second, dog. Oh, almost closed it out. Oh, I didn't need to do that. All right, go to your channel. Okay, dog. It should be in your messengers. If that check don't cash, tell me. I'll write you another one just like it. You get up here, dog, and take this over. I need to go get me some coffee. No, I don't. I don't believe I know that one, Pappy. Just in time prepping. No, I don't. Back to you, Orson. Oh, I gotta show you my cup. Cool. I like it that I can see it, but when you hold it up, other people can't see it. Okay, well now if they came in my live stream, I have subbed to them most definitely. Thank you, cool dad. Uh, I lost 6 pounds this week, feeling good. Was it 283? Well, congratulations, cool dad. I'll tell you what, I have lost weight, gained weight, lost weight. Okay, Walker Outdoors. Let me copy that one. Did you get it, dog? Yeah, I'm like a yo-yo. My biggest thing, I'm too fat. I know that. But my biggest thing is I don't eat in between meals. I try not to. If I think I have to have a snack, I have pretzels, just plain ordinary pretzels. And I quit drinking pop. I don't drink beer. If I do, it's only one and not every day. That's a biggie for me. And if I go to the hospital and get food, that's a plus because you go and you get just a little container, and then you come home and sit down and eat it. When it's gone, it's gone. When you cook way too much, Well, have one more spoonful. Hey, that was pretty good. Maybe a little bit more. Can't do it. Oh my God. Pappy broke his leg. Dog, are you having trouble finding it? Oh my God, Pappy. Maybe that's why we haven't seen you on here for a while. Wow. Okay. I can't see the chat for a second. Pappy giving me a name. I'm going to store that so I can get back to it later. There's probably an easier way to do it, but the best way to do, for me to do it, is to go in my email page and open it up and send it to myself. There comes Dog. Cool Dog. Welcome, Dog.
Well, thank you. How's everybody today?
I'm doing great.
That's good. There we go. Oh, we got about 10.5 inches of snow right now. So.
Well, you boys up there need it.
Oh yeah. We do need it.
There's not a thing I can do about it, Dog, but I'm glad you got it. See, I'm not greedy at all.
Yeah, I know. You're trying to share it. Well, I'll tell you what, I plan on making money with all the snow there, Kim. I have got roughly about 7,000 right now unassembled snowmen for sale.
No kidding.
Yep. They come in a 5-gallon bucket. So all you got to do is pay $29.95 plus $39.95 for shipping and handling, and I will send you one.
That sounds pretty good.
And if you hurry and act now, I'll double that offer.
Yeah, you can get 2 for the price of 1. Just pay extra shipping.
Yep, pay extra shipping. The price is cheap at twice the price. You know.
Okay, Dog. I won't be long. There's my keys. Take over the stream for just a minute. I gotta go get me some coffee. I'll be right back.
All right. Cool Dad from the 80s. Congrats on the weight loss. I've lost 154 pounds in about 18 months. So, but I had to have surgery to have mine done.
Everybody's asking about you. I said, Blue.
Anybody interested in some unassembled snowmen? I tell you what, if you're really interested, I'll send it to you in the liquid form, and you can assemble it at your leisure. All you got to do is put it back in the freezer, freeze it up, and then when you want, you can get yourself an ice shaver and make your own snowman after that. See how nice I am?
I'm back.
Yeah, I didn't have a sleeve there, Pappy. I had the gastro bypass, and what they actually cut my stomach in two pieces, sewed them both together, then hooked plumbing between the two of them, and then now I feel like a cow. I got two stomachs. So. Oh, welcome back, Kim. Was you gone?
For a little bit. I went and got coffee.
I'm trying to pitch my unassembled snowman. I ain't getting no takers yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't quite understand that. So.
Hey, there's breaking the shell.
Good morning, breaking the shell. I wonder if she makes eggs for a living.
Oh, they've got 3,500 subs.
Yeah.
3,539 subs. Congratulations. You've been working hard.
Actually, we got 3,540, but who's counting?
Oh, did I say it wrong?
No, I just subbed to him.
Oh, you just done so. Okay.
I just subbed to you, breaking the shell. So. Well, that's good. Other than Pappy Pine, he doesn't need any unassembled snowman. He's got his own.
Yeah.
But for you people down south, I realize when you get a quarter of an inch of snow, everything shuts down because everybody has to run to the store and get a gallon of milk or a loaf of bread because the world is coming to an end.
No kidding.
Up here, when we get 4 or 5 inches, we just hand our beer to the guy sitting in the passenger seat and say, hold this.
Hold this and watch this.
That's right. Because snow ain't nothing up here. The only people that get in accidents up here are people that can't drive in the snow. So.
Well, I think people does a pretty good job driving down here. Ice kind of tears them up, and that first snowfall, they don't realize, hey, we need to slow down a little bit.
Oh, yeah. But you know who causes the most accidents, don't you, Kim? It's the people that are actually, when the main traffic's doing 45 mile an hour, and it's the people that cause the main accidents are the ones that you come up on and they're doing 20. Those are the ones that cause the accidents because they're not going with the flow of traffic.
Well, that's true.
Everybody has to start hitting the brakes, and once you start hitting the brakes, the chain reaction goes. I'm from Michigan, Pappy. I've been to Boston. I've been to Haverhill, Peabody, Billerica, Lynn, the city of Sin. I've been all over Massachusetts. In fact, I spent about 4 months out in Massachusetts picking up garbage. Unemployment was like 1% out there, and the garbage company that I worked for here was, national, and they couldn't get anybody to work for them because they were paying $10 an hour back then. That was in '87, and you could go to McDonald's for $9.95 and flip hamburgers. So people didn't want to work their heinies off for $10 when they could, just go to McDonald's and work for $9.95. So.
In '74, dog, I started for $1.50 an hour.
I started working for a farmer when I was 12. So that would have been 75, and I think minimum wage was 227, I think, an hour then.
But now, I didn't tell you the whole story. I was going to school. So that was good money for me.
Yeah, I know. I went to school. Well, I went to school 3 days one day, or one time. I had to fill in for my sister because she was sick. But no, I used to work for a farmer. I started working for a farmer when I was 12, and then I went to work for a different farmer at the age of 13, and I worked for him 7, 8, 9 months a year until I graduated high school.
Yeah, I started at the feed elevator, worked there 9 months, and then I was off like 2 days, and then I started for the lumberyard and worked there for 40 years.
Yeah, I worked for the garbage company for 25, and then I drove worked for a trucking company for 7, and then that pretty much put me into retirement because I was just worn out.
Yeah.
Getting back to the ice, I used to haul double trailers, and we were going down the road, and it was icy. There's a Route 20 in Ohio, and really icy. And there's like 5 of us sets of doubles going down the road. We're all empty, and some car in front of us decides they want to do a spin out in the middle of the road and stop traffic. Well, we're all running 40 mile an hour. Well, when you start trying to stop, 2 sets of trailers, at 40 mile an hour, things like that don't work. Next thing you know, the back trailer comes around front and wants to say hi to you. So we sat there for about 5 hours waiting for tow trucks to pull us all straight and get us out, so we weren't stuck. And the worst of it was all 5 of us was from the same company. So they weren't making a nickel on us, and it was costing them money to have us all pulled. So.
Fast and Furious. Good morning again. Thank you for being on my live stream last night.
It is 8:53 a.m. here at Fast and Fearless. It's 7:53 where Kim's at.
Correct.
Oh.
Oh, I got corrected.
Right.
I got corrected. Pam says, I didn't tell you to tell them I felt like poop. I told you to tell them I felt like I had been run over by a train. Okay. I missed that part. Hi, Grizz. Good morning.
You work for as an electrician for a stair factory, no? What, the ones that make the light chairs, the ones that go up the stairways there, Tim? Ireland is playing Italy in rugby today. It is a big day for you guys. And I just want to thank all you people from Italy. I want to thank you for all the Italian food.
Yeah, I love pizza.
I love pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, marinara.
Yeah, I like lasagna, pizza, spaghetti. I like all that. Actually, I like seafood. If I see food, I eat it.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Italy has a lot of seafood dishes, Italian food. I'm only 54 there, Pappy, and I was working 60, 70 hours a week. Walked into work on Monday, didn't feel good. Left at 2:30. Went to go to the doctors, but they were, by the time I got home, they were closed. Went to the hospital, and that was the last day I worked. Well, it wasn't the last day. They gave me a day off. I went to work the following day, which was on a Wednesday. Worked about 8 hours, went home, took Thursday off, and Friday was the last day I worked. So I went from working all them hours to not working in 5 days. And Tim, the last time I like hurling too, but it was usually after I go to a bar and had way too much to drink. Pizza and Ducati, best thing that ever came out of Italy. Them Ducatis are fast.
Like them two guys who was talking said, man, I got messed up last night. I went home and I blew chunks. Oh my God, I didn't know you got sick. He said, no, man. Chunks is my dog.
Yeah. You know, two guys walking down the sidewalk. One guy notices a Rottweiler behind the fence licking himself. And the guy says, man, I wish I could do that. And the other guy says, hey, I think you better pet him first.
You might get bit.
That before I come on the live stream, my brother-in-law I heard a knock on the door when you started, and it was my brother-in-law. He come here and he said, man, you guys got more snow than we got. He lives about 13 miles away, 12, 13 miles away, and they ain't got half the snow we got. So, but he left to go back home, and he's I'll be back. So that's that Toolman Willis.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew who he was talking to. And I am sub to him.
Yeah.
He's been on here with us a lot.
Right. The Boston Globe. I've read that.
Now who is that Aaron Willis? Is that any of your relation?
No.
Okay.
Not Aaron Willis. Ann Willis is his wife. So.
Right. But there's one, I think it's Aaron Willis Gamer.
Yeah, no, that's no relation.
It's an okay guy. I mean, not a problem. He's a gamer, and I'm sub to him. Hello, Patrick.
Patrick Howlett. Let me check your channel. I might be subscribed to you already. Never know, man. I am now. You got 108 subscribers.
Yeah, I'm already subbed to everybody in here. If I see a new person sneak in here, I check you out. Big Mama T, hey, I'm subbed to her. Everybody check out her channel.
I'm getting there. I am sub to her now. Big Mama T.
There you go. Everybody check each other out. If you get subbed to, check out sub back.
That's the check Fast and Fearless. I got to check another one after this too. I got to find them through there. Yeah, I'm subscribed to Fast and Fearless. Grizz 270, I subbed you. Thanks for showing up, man.
Hey, Orson.
That's funny.
His channel, he's got a picture of the General Lee. You might check his channel out. I've been subbed to him.
I think I subbed to him last night. You were talking to him about his son last night.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, see, he left dog, and his son popped on there, and I don't know. I was a little afraid about it. I said, "Well, we'll get it confirmed tomorrow, and then I'll fix it." And I did. I think he had 12 when he started on ours. I don't know how many he got,
mm-hmm.
but he got several subs last night from here.
Did you see Pappy? His joke. Why gypsy men can't have kids because they have crystal balls.
No, I didn't see it.
Well, thanks, Grizz. If you want, Grizz, I can unsub you and sub you and unsub you and sub you and unsub you and sub you. Make you feel important.
Yeah. Fast and Furious is going to work a 12-hour shift.
He's going to run his your playlist for 12 hours while he's working.
Right.
There you go.
And I appreciate it, Fast and Furious. Thank you. If you got enough room, run dogs too. He needs some help. Yeah, there's dog.
That's
If you
me.
don't mind, if you got room on the computer, run another one.
Uh,
He might just have a phone though. See,
that's fine.
I don't know how many you can run on a phone.
I don't want. I think I've never tried. That's right now. I've got 3 different phones running in the bedroom. So, see, every phone you have that you don't use, if you can still get it connected to Wi-Fi, you can use that as an extra device.
Right.
Let me tell you something, Pappy. Yesterday, I actually was out snow blowing yesterday with my bad hip. And I went down the sidewalk and I come back and there was 14 snowmen sitting on the curb waiting for me. Who knew? Who knew? So, well, hopefully somebody's holding your beer for you there, Theo. He said she's driving through a snowstorm, can't type, but he is listening. Thank you, Big Mama.
Well, that's a good deal, Fast and Furious. 240 computers at work. Just don't get in trouble at work for doing it.
Could you put me on all 240 computers and run me for 12 hours? That would be nice.
That would work.
In fact, put me on all 240 computers, put me on there 12 times at each computer, and for 12 hours, and I'm sure I'll have way more than my 4,000 hours by the end of the night. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it, but it's snowing again here. So,
Yeah, I told you you
Mother,
have my share.
Mother Nature, I think, is on her cycle.
Jason Andrew.
Yeah. I'll check his channel out. Maybe he'll get another new sub.
I know I'm sub to him, but let's check him out here.
Got 490 subscribers now with me.
Okay. Well, I was already sub. This always seems to help. Here's his link. Jason Andrews. There's his link right there. Just put it up. You can always go to the 3 dots at the end, but this just makes it easier for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle, how are you today? Oh my heavens, Kim Drone up in Canada, I think. The K9 dogs are up there. Wow.
try to check out your channel today, Jason. At least, you know, watch a couple of videos. Michelle Byfield. Let me,
Hey, Dog.
yeah.
When you look at my channel, can you see how many subs I have?
Yeah, just a second. Gotta find you here.
Oh, you want me to put a link? Well, I just put a link in there for that other guy.
You have Kim. Let me,
Okay, it should be 962, but I just want to make sure everybody can see them.
you got 962 subs, yeah.
Okay, what my big question was, Dog or Grizz was saying that he hides his subscribe list,
Right.
so that people can't see who has subscribed to me, because you have an issue. Well, this guy don't like that guy.
Right.
So I just wanted to make sure I didn't hide my sub list.
Right.
I think I did that. I think I hid my sub list. I just haven't hid my how many subs I have, just who has subbed. I think.
Well, I subbed you, Michelle.
Oh my heavens.
Hmm.
Kim Drone. Is that why you had the K9 people? 100 miles an hour. What was he thinking? Yes, you do, Fast and Furious. That's how we help each other, and you have. Parts all over.
They got a rugby match going on there between Italy and Ireland there, Jason. Yeah. Parts all over. And I assume you're talking about human parts too, huh, Kim?
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, here's a little known fact you probably don't know. I used to work for a guy. I bought my first house from him, and I worked for him, and he owned a mortuary removal service. We would go to crime scenes, traffic accidents, to the hospital, and we'd pick up dead people and take them to the funeral homes or to the morgue. And a lot of times when you get to the the accident scenes, you don't pick up a person in one piece. No.
That reminds me of the joke. This drunk was walking down the railroad tracks. He come upon a leg. He said, "That looks like old Charlie's leg." He walked a little further. He seen another leg. "Well, that looks like Charlie's other leg." He walked a little further and he found his body. He ran up there. He said, "Oh my heavens, Charlie, are you hurt?" Did you get that, Dog?
Yep. Guy goes, I got a joke for you. It's a little bit long, but it's okay.
I
Yeah,
got
it was, Jason. It was a hellish job. Guy goes golfing and with his friend Charlie, and about 12 hours later, he comes home and he's just covered in sweat and dirt, and his wife looks at him and says, "Where have you been? And why did it take you so long?" He said, "Honey, it's really sad." She said, "What's sad?" "Well, me and Charlie went golfing today, and on the second hole, Charlie went to swing and had a heart attack and fell right there dead on the tee." She says, "Oh my God. On the second hole?" He said, "Yes." She said, "Well, wait a minute. At the second hole, that was this morning. So what took you so long to get home?" He said, "You know how hard it is to hit the ball, drag Charlie, hit the ball, drag Charlie, hit the ball, drag Charlie." That's for all you golfers out there.
I
His
thought
snow
you was
machine.
going to tell about this lady hit her ball and they lost it, and it went out in the pasture field. And these guys went out there. Well, first of all, he had a black eye. See, and they said, "Well, what happened?" I said, "Well, the lady hit her ball and it went out in the pasture field. We looked all over, and finally he come across this horse, and he lifted up his tail and he said, 'Hey, ma'am, does this look like yours?' Because that ball was cut."
Yeah. You heard
I
about
love
the
jokes like that, and we can keep them clean,
you heard about the woman that got stung by the bee between the first and second hole, didn't you?
No, let's hear it.
She was told her stance was too wide.
There you go. I had heard that, but I forgot.
Yeah.
So, enlighten me, dog. What is rugby?
Rugby is the European version of football. They kick it like it's like soccer, but they can actually run with the ball. And the ball is round. They kick it. They can run with it. And I don't know what it's called, but they'll get into a huddle, and between the two teams, they'll lock up shoulders and they'll try to push the ball, in just a matter of inches. The other team's pushing back and they're pushing towards them. I really haven't gotten into rugby, but I've watched a little bit of it, and that's about all I can tell you about it. It is it's probably the biggest watched sport in the world between soccer and rugby. So.
Well, it's interesting to them,
Right. Well, that's how football was derived, but instead of a round ball, we use a football. So.
I thought not. I've heard this. I don't know if I'm right. When they first had soccer, I think they called it football.
Yeah, but you know how soccer came along, don't you? Back in the old days, they didn't have balls actually, and this sounds morbid, but they would go get a skull from the cemetery and kick that around because it was round.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that was back in the early days, back in the 1200s or whatever, whenever. My history on it's a little loose, but that's how it started.
Hey, here's Idaho Hillbilly, all the way from Idaho. Good morning, Kevin.
Yeah, you can pass it with your hands and you can kick it forward. There you go. So you guys use actually a football shaped in rugby? I thought it was round. I might be wrong. Like I said, I'm not an expert at it. But a football was made out of a pig's bladder at one time. They used to take the bladder and blow it, tie the end up, blow it up, and then tie the other end off, and that was their football.
Wow.
And if you kicked it or hit it so hard it broke, that would be a bladder splatter.
Oh my God. Dog.
Just keeping it real, Kim. Just keeping it real.
You go ahead, dog.
So,
It spices it up.
that's right. I still have them unassembled snowmen if anybody wants any. In fact, I'm getting more as the day goes on. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, Tim. That's right.
that's right. Make the bladder splatter.
I haven't seen Kevin's last video. We've been gone 2 days, so I'm behind time.
The last one I seen was the gold pan that he got. Him putting up cedar shakes.
Oh, I seen the notification. I haven't watched it yet. That's one I haven't watched yet. And Grizz said that he gave a channel recognition.
Go ahead and give us the definition of torque there, Tim. This is probably going to be pretty funny. I know what torque is, but why don't you tell us what your version is there, and I'll give you another one.
Yeah, I'm in suspense.
Come on, we're waiting, Tim.
He's typing.
When you wake up with wood and when you push it down to P and your heels raise off the floor.
That's torque, all right.
Here's one for you. Do you know what relative humidity is there, Kim?
I kind of know, but I don't know the joke. Go ahead.
Relative humidity is the sweat that runs off your forehead while you're making love to your sister-in-law.
Oh my heavens. Right. Okay, there is Phantom 05. That is Orson's son.
Okay.
He's the one that I didn't know, and I banded him. I brought him back. You're welcome here, Phantom. But we got him some subs there last night. Well, don't have a wreck, Theo, laughing.
I just subbed you there, Phantom.
He got 35 now.
Yeah.
When he came in here and I didn't know who he was, I think he had 12. I'm I'm just paranoid, you know. Uh, he said to tell you thanks, dog.
Well, oh, you're welcome, Pam. That reminds me of the song Phantom 309 by Red Silver Line. The morgue just showed up.
Oh my.
Tell him, Kim, don't be so stiff. You guys look like Duck
Oh
Wonder.
man, you got a million of them. You know what?
I tell you what, when I used to go to the morgues and stuff, you'd shake their hands in the coroner's hand. It's like death warmed over, man. That guy's hands ice cold. So yeah.
this this other Kim that's in here, we refer to him as Kim Drone because he flies drones. If you want to look at some good videos from a drone view, they are awesome. And of course, while you're looking at him, you might as well sub to him. Hello, John John.
Doesn't cost you anything.
Doesn't cost anything.
First thing you can get from subbing a lot is get a blister. And if you get a blister, let me know. I'll send you a Band-Aid.
There you go.
For the low price of $29.95 plus $39.95 shipping and handling. If you act now, I'll send you a second one absolutely free. Just pay postage and handling. 12 cop cars here and more canine.
Oh man.
We went to one. This is kind of morbid, but we went to one. Guy found out he had cancer and he was not gonna make it. There was no cure. And so instead of sitting there and wasting away to nothing and dying, he decided he would take his own life. But he didn't want to do a suicide because then his wife wouldn't get the insurance. So he went down this road at over 120 mile an hour in his pickup and cranked the wheel to the right and rolled this thing about 30 times. And when we got there, we had to do about 100-yard radius of picking up pieces and parts of them. And then we had to go back that same night and find more of them that we thought we had all of them the first time and we didn't. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, dog. I went and got coffee a minute ago. Now I got to go get rid of some coffee. I'll be right back.
You going to make your bladder splatter?
I hope not.
In the middle of making 25 bar stools. Is that what you do for a living, Jason, or is that a hobby? Probably should have shut the mic off there, Kim. Hey, Jason, do you do woodworking, right? Oh, you run a welding shop. Okay. I would say if it was woodworking, yeah, check out Gene Chambers. Well, you can check him out anyways. He does woodworking. He fixes dolls for girls for Christmas. He, takes old dolls, he puts new hair in them, fixes their face, arms and stuff, gives them new bodies. His wife puts new dresses on him, and he gives them to little underprivileged girls for Christmas. He also makes wooden toys, trains, trucks, crayon holders, and stuff like that for little boys for Christmas. So, and he does this all out of his own pocket. So, if you guys want to show Gene some support, financial or channel support, just go to his channel, and here it is. You just look that name up on YouTube, and it'll take you right to it.
Phantom said he had to go. If you can still hear me, thank you for coming by. I think that Theo works on sterilizing equipment. I think there was two people in here the other night. One worked on the equipment, and the other one worked with the equipment, sterilizing the tools for surgery and what have you.
So you mean one fixed it and the other one broke it? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, that might be, but in different cities, I think.
Well, this is what we used to tell them in the garbage business. The maintenance guy would come out and say, you guys are, if you quit breaking the trucks, our mechanics wouldn't have to work so hard on them. And we look right at them and say, hey, we do our job. We drive the trucks and we break the trucks. Your mechanics are supposed to fix them. We can't help it if they're not doing their job. So.
John said that he had a bike accident looking at my live stream. Oh my heavens, you're not supposed to be doing that while you're riding your bike. Yeah, okay, I got it right.
Yeah. So Fast and Furious is supposed to break them, and Theo is supposed to fix them.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh. Okay, Jason, have a good day.
Thank you, Jason, for coming by.
Has phone in the cup holder. There you go.
And Dog, I want to thank you for coming on my panel, because people come to see you and listen to your jokes. See?
Well, I was saying this last night. My wife says, "What is it with you?" I said, "What do you mean?" She says, "I can tell you go into a room, if I'll go into a chat room or a live stream or something like that, and I'll put down Iron Dog 63 in the house." She says, "Man, I can't believe people say, 'Oh my God, Iron Dog's here, Iron Dog's here.'" And I thought, I'm nobody special. I don't know why people act that way. I'm just me. And
you're
I said, I know they like me, but it happens all the time. Like I said, I'm nobody special.
You're a legend. That's what you are. You're not special. You are a legend.
I'm a legend in my own mind, Kim, probably. Yeah.
And then my wife, she hears about it. She'll bark. She'll go woo 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 woo.
Yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah. Oh, he tripped over his sister's bike when he was watching your live stream. So.
Oh my heavens!
How you doing, Cap?
You'll see people walking in the mall, working on their phone while they're walking.
It's funny when they run into something too, man. I laugh my ass off. You can see it on YouTube. Has a bunch of videos. You got people walking on their, talking and looking at their phone and stuff, and walk right into fountains, water fountains, and fall right in them. That is funny.
I was sitting in that waiting room yesterday while Pam was in having surgery, and you wouldn't believe it. Almost everyone, even the kids, had a phone or a tablet.
Oh, I can believe it. Um, they claim in the next 2 years, 95% of all Americans will have a cell phone. And there's states right now that are doing experiments. Idaho is one of them. Uh, I think Colorado and a couple others are putting your driver's license on a mobile app for your cell phone.
Oh
And
no.
oh yeah, so and a lot of people say, "Oh, this is great," because now you don't have to carry a wallet, a driver's license. You can just show them your phone. Well, my thing is, what happens if your phone dies? Now you don't have no ID because they can't see it. And another thing is, if you give the government that kind of knowledge, what's to stop them from tracking your phone and getting every movement that you make?
They already do,
Because
dog.
but I understand that they got your information now in your driver's license. But if it's on your phone, there's going to be a way they can track your driver's license. So,
Oh yeah, but they already can. It's called
So,
Facebook. That's one way. But
well,
yeah, the government can see you, everything. They know all of your stuff.
well, I understand that, but I'm just saying they can just actually track your driver's license itself on the phone, so they can track every movement. If you went to, say, you went to Walmart's and then you went to Radio Shack, and they could actually tell where you went and where you were at. So,
Most definitely.
I just seen it on Fox News, Idaho Billy the other day. So, not everybody in Idaho has it. It's a testing program that's been going on for over a year. So it's like a select group of people have it or whatever. So, and it's a 2 year study, and they got another year to go. And after that year is up, then they're going to decide whether they're going to make it electronic or not. So,
Well, dog, I've seen people in Walmart hold their phone up and they scan it.
mm-hmm.
People at the counter will scan it to pay for their merchandise off of their phone.
Yeah, your electronic paying your credit card off your phone. Yeah.
But Facebook was created by the CIA to track criminals. That's what, and it works. Everybody puts on the thing Facebook. I don't. I don't believe in it. I don't like it. I mean, it's bad enough I'm on YouTube.
Yeah, there's no service up in the mountains, right? I'm gonna shut the mic off for a second there, Kim.
Okay. Hello, Kelly. How are you? Hey, Idaho, I do plan on looking at your video today. I've been involved 2 days with Pam having surgery, so it's bad enough, trying to stay up with the videos and the watch time and all that. Michelle, I did say hi to you as you came in. How are you doing today, Michelle? Yes, she is doing okay. I got confused with what she told me to tell people. She said to tell everybody I feel like I got run over by a train. Okay, dog. But you know, she she'll be doing a lot better. It's not even been a day yet, so the healing hopefully won't take long. Yeah, there in the waiting room, it said for patients' convenience, you're welcome to use our Wi-Fi. If I had a phone, I could have been watching videos on it, but instead of that, I was watching idiots. I'm a people watcher. It's quite amusing to watch people, some of the things that they do. Chocolate cake and Rice Krispie buns. All right. In Ireland, very entertaining. You got that right, Kevin. Best entertainment, better than YouTube. If I go to the mall, I just sit there while the wife's shopping or whatever, or anywhere we go, and I just watch people. I do that quite often at Walmart. I wait for her to go get groceries. And people ask me, well, you're retired now. What do you do? Well, I'm a go getter. I take I take her to the store, and when she gets done, I go get her. Yep. And you know, when I when I go someplace I don't know a stranger, I try to talk to everybody. If they'll talk to me, if they don't talk to me, okay, fine. But there's this one guy in the waiting room. Their grandson was back there having some kind of surgery of some kind. And I was talking to him, and he was so comical. I mean, he was a hoot. He was 67 years old, and I'm 61, but he was just comical. He said, I'm gonna go down here, and I forget what store over by Walmart. He said, I'm gonna get one of them big bags of pork rinds that's hot. So he came back, and he said, I asked him, I said, did you get him? Yeah, I did. He said, from there to here, I eat all of them but 5. He was hungry, I guess. Walmart is funny. And you, you can go on YouTube, and they've got videos. People at Walmart, I don't know how they take the picture that they don't get slapped, you know. But some of them people on YouTube from Walmart, oh my God, they need to go look in the mirror before they leave the house.
Go look in the mirror.
Yep. All
They
right, I'm
probably
back here.
same thing about me, but you know. Okay, dog, you're back. Your turn.
I'm back. Yeah. I don't know what was you talking about. I was actually had the camera and the sound off.
Yeah, I know, dog. I do that too. I didn't turn the sound off, but I turned the camera off.
I actually had the sound off. I was talking to my wife while I was making coffee, so I didn't know what you were saying.
Oh. Oh, okay. I see. Oh, I don't know. I was saying all kinds of stuff. I was talking about people in the waiting room at the surgery center. And this one guy, he was a hoot. He went to the store and got him pork rinds. And he said he eat all of them but 5 from there back to the place.
Huh. Hey, Orson, here's a little fact. Miller welders, the wire welders, back about when they first come out, they brought a couple wire welders to where my dad works, and they wanted them to test them out and check them and see what they thought of them. And my dad had been a welder for years, and he started using this wire welder, and he thought, man, that's great. But his thumb was getting sore, and so he took apart the welding gun and turned the trigger around and put the trigger down at your finger like this. And then he started welding the next day with it. And he said, man, that was a lot better. It felt a lot better. Your fingers didn't get sore or anything like that. And that's how the trigger design became.
Well, that's cool.
Now, it would have been nice if he'd have made some money on that, but he never did. So, you know, Kim, you see those receiver hitches, the platforms that fit on the back of your car or truck, where you can put a platform back there. You can put it like a hover round or something on there, or a wash machine or something to haul it.
Yeah.
My dad made one of those about 45 years ago. And my mom said, you know, you had a patent that because that'll be a good idea. He said, nah, nobody will ever make those. And they sell them now for like $145 or something at the store.
I've had people come in with them. We always call them grocery getters because the bed on the truck wasn't long enough. But they had these extensions that you could put in your hitch.
Yep.
To where you could haul long boards sticking out there toward the back, you know.
Yep.
Oh, somebody made some money off of that.
You're right. A simple idea made millions. I think you got your sound on a channel or something open.
Who, me?
Yeah, because I'm hearing an echo.
Well, let me make sure my my YouTube is muted. It is.
Okay.
We've had that trouble before, dog. It'll echo and then it'll go away. Is it bad?
No.
Well, check yours.
That's where I'm going. I'm checking mine. I got to find you first. I got so many tabs open up.
Well, just be careful you don't click the wrong one when you close them out.
Don't exit on the wrong thing. You see. Yeah, it's off.
Okay, how's it doing now?
I don't hear the echo when you talk. I hear it when I talk. So I don't know. Maybe I got to shut down my computer and give it a break. It's been going nonstop for about 36 hours. So,
When you're talking, I don't hear an echo from you.
okay.
So do you hear an echo from me?
No. I really don't hear an echo until I say, you say more than 4 or 5 words, So,
Well, maybe I should talk like I type.
yeah. One word at a time.
One letter at a time. One
Yeah,
finger, one letter.
those platforms are nice, ain't they, Idaho? So they work nice. Like my mom said, she probably wish he would have patented that because, I don't know if I'd have been a millionaire, but I'd have been a thousandaire. So I could have rubbed 2 nickels together, Kim.
You got nickels?
Well, if my dad would have patented that stuff, it probably would have had nickels.
I got you. Okay. Kevin said he didn't have no echo there.
Right. Well, it's probably just mine. I probably need to shut this thing down when I'm done talking to you and let it rest for a little bit.
The other day I was having trouble with my videos on Pam's computer.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I'm just going to restart it. And when it came back up, every one of them videos was still running. I was still having the trouble.
Right.
But the one thing that I did, what they'd do is they'd run to the end of one video and stop. They wouldn't advance to the next one.
Right.
So I started closing them out one at a time, open another tab, and start another stream.
Right.
Now, they wasn't doing it on yours. It was doing it on mine. Knock on wood. All day yesterday, they've been working good. So I'm way past the halfway mark. I told you that.
Right.
The subs is a big deal.
Right. But you got 10 days to get 38 more subs, so that probably shouldn't be a big deal.
I know. I'll work on it. Pappy just told me 2 names. I got one of them saved. I lost that other one. I forget.
Kim, write this name down, Papa Texas.
Okay.
Go to his video stream or his channel and look in there, and you're going to see a video that says how to get 100 subs overnight, and comment on that. Because what happens is people look at that video and then you comment it, and then they sub to you and you sub back to them off in that same video.
Okay. Now, Papa
Texas.
Pappy?
No, Papa, Papa Texas.
Okay. Papa. Just one P.
Yep. Papa.
Okay. Texas. All right. Well, now that's a good idea.
When I did that, I got 40 some subs that night. So off in that video.
All right. I'll do that, dog.
That might help you get at least 20 or 30. Maybe it'll get you over the hump. So,
well, if I do it and I get 2,
yeah,
that's better. I'm not greedy. If I get 2, I appreciate it.
I know.
And they're saying, "Oh, don't ask for subs." Well, how you gonna get them if you don't ask? And I encourage everybody in our live stream, hey, check everybody out.
You know what, Idaho Hillbilly? You might want to sit down for this. But you ain't going to believe this. We have a Harbor Freight in our town, and it's a small town. And I have never been in there. Never. I was going to go last weekend, but I decided to go thrift shopping instead. So, but I do want to make it to a Harbor Freight because I'd actually like to see what's inside the store. Did you make enough for everybody?
We have a Harbor Freight down in Evansville, but every time I go by, I don't have time, you know. I've been in it. They have a lot of cheap, I say cheap, tools in there.
Right.
They got some good stuff now. I think doing it cheap, Bob, he lives there. That's his second home.
Right. There goes my beautiful bride. Well, maybe you had to move to Adrian, Michigan, Hillbilly, and then that way you don't have to drive 2-3 miles.
Well, it's an hour away for us. And like I say, when we go down to Evansville, just like yesterday, you know, and the day before, we got up so early and then go to her doctor and then got to get home. Unpronounced names, hello to you. Now, I am sub to this person, but you might want to check this out.
I think I'm sub to him too. Yeah.
Got 153 subs. Okay.
Throw a name out there, names, and see if I can pronounce it.
Okay.
Well, you could call yourself Michigan Hillbilly there, Idaho.
But anyhow, there's a link to unpronounced names. Check his channel out.
You do, Kevin, you do know what the term hillbilly means, don't you? The true term of hillbilly is a Michigan potato farmer. Yes, it is, honey. He says, ooh, thank you very much. See, I can pronounce that.
Well, I think he's saying because I gave him a link. And
right.
You are welcome. Just check out if you get any sub back. You're not supposed to sub for sub, but I highly recommend it. We got to have people help us. And I say it every time, there is no I in team.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that guy's name is Ian Lyons. Then Idaho Hillbilly is perfect. Was I close? Oh, not even close. Huh. Well, I tried. I take it that is an I or is that an L on the first letter?
There's a lot of people on here. I can't pronounce her name. But always try to recognize everybody that comes in the channel or the live stream.
It's an I. Okay.
I've been in live streams and I say hi, and you always say hi to the host, and that's the way you're supposed to, and they never say a word, aggravate.
Right. Yeah. I said this the other day, and I said it last night on my live stream, and I've typed it a few times in a E1 Wyoming. Okay. What gets me is when somebody writes in your chat room, hey, sub me and I will sub you back. I promise. You can pretty much guarantee they're not going to sub you back. Because if they're out there begging for a sub like that, they're not going to sub you back. And what gets me is that these people don't know, or they think you don't know that that you did not sub to them. They'll contact you on your the chat. Hey, I subbed you. Oh, okay. Well, then you look, you never get a notification that they subbed you.
And your number don't go up.
Yeah, and your number don't go up. Well, that number is kind of hard to tell because it sometimes takes 2 or 3 days for that to take effect. But you should get
I don't get a notification. Now, a lot of times, if I don't get a notification, it comes on my email.
Right. But if you don't get a notification over your screen right there and a notification on your email, then you know dang well the person didn't sub you.
Right.
And even though I sub them back, I still won't go back and unsub them for lying to me, which I actually should, but I don't.
Now, if I sub to a person, I don't keep track. And if somebody subs me and I miss it, I apologize. I apologize right straight up. I will sub to you if I know it. Sometimes you just hello, Junkyard.
Been a long time since I've seen Junkyard.
But anyhow, this is the way I've been doing it. I don't know if it's right or not. And people can look at their channel by themselves. But there's Junkyard. He took the time to come in here to our live stream. So I like to put a link when they first come in and say there's Junkyard's link. Check him out. If you're not subbed to him, please do. At least look at his channel. Makes it real easy for you.
Well, John, when you're done with that, you can come sweep mine for me. The missus would probably love you for it. I may have a warrant.
Is Junkyard in the witness protection program?
I don't know if you've seen my food auction video the other day, but the guy running the food product, I said, hey, you're on camera. He says, I don't want to be, I'm wanted.
Yeah, I think I seen that, though.
That guy's funny.
Right at the first of your video, somebody held up. See what I got?
Yeah.
Right at the first of that.
Yeah, he was selling that luncheon meat, sort of like treat or spam. I bought a couple of them for $1 a piece, and it's not bad. You slice it thin, fry it up in a frying pan, nice and crispy. It doesn't taste bad at all. But I bought it just so I can put it in the pantry, to have something.
Does it taste like spam?
It tastes like that other one, the treat, which isn't bad. You know what spam is, don't you?
Oh, it's all leftover pieces.
No, it's a ham and pork shoulder. They grind it up and they spice it up with salt and pepper and some other spices, paprika and stuff. And that's why it's called spam, spiced ham.
Yeah, Pam don't like it, but she'll fix it for me with eggs. She'll fry
Yeah.
that, and then she'll fry eggs. It's very salty and greasy though. A lot of times when she takes it out of the frying pan, she'll put it on a paper towel, soak up the grease for me.
Right. That's it. Go ahead and rub it in there, Isla Hole. It's snowing here. We got like 10.5 inches of snow yesterday, and it's snowing still. So it's supposed to get 17 by the end of the weekend. I like spam. I like treat. I like corned beef. I have canned hams. I got like 20 canned hams downstairs in the pantry. I like the Vienna sausages and the potted meat, you know. So
Okay, unpronounced names. Just kidding you, Kelly. Wow. Where you? What state are you from, Junkyard?
other than the state of confusion.
Other than that, okay, John. For if you're not going to be on here much longer, thank you for the time that you have been on here. Everybody in here, if you're on here for 1 minute, it counts. Orson, I like fishing too. I go to Captain D's, and I don't have a bit of problem catching fish. I go in there, and within 5 minutes, I got a plate of fish to sit down and start eating. Yeah, Idaho hillbilly, he finds them mushrooms out the bazoo, and then he dries them.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think he sells them that way. And of course, he has them all winter too.
Right. Like I said, I don't like mushrooms because of the texture of them, but I will dry mushrooms and then grind them up and make them into powder and use it and everything, you know. And I like the taste of them. I just don't like the texture. Smoked eel. I've never had it.
Southern Oklahoma, Junkyard said. I'm sorry, I missed it.
I did too. There you go. Southern Oak. I'd do a fishing video right now, but the ice is so damn thin I couldn't get out on the lake to do it. And I try to do all my ice fishing during the summer. You take an ice tray with you, throw it in the river, and then go fishing.
Well, you know, that ice fishing's always been a problem for me. I can't get the hole big enough to get my fish out.
Yeah. Yeah. I just have a strange obsession with walking out on frozen water and not sinking, you know, not falling through and dying, you know.
You couldn't keep it.
About 50 years ago, Kim, I was just a little kid, a couple of years old, 2 or 3 years old at the time. My mom's second cousin, him and his wife were on a snowmobile running across the lake up here, and they fell through the ice.
Oh my!
And they had snow snowmobile boots on and the suits and stuff, and they never did find them. Drug them down. There's a place. There's a hole in the lake. They call it Devil's Hole, and it's like 280 feet deep, and that's where they fell through. And I'm pretty sure, they were still hooked there. They were probably entangled in the snowmobile when they fell in. And that probably drug them right down to the bottom, kept them there. So
That would be some good eating, Orson. Trout, red eye, and bass. Well, I've always told the story that I went mushroom hunting one time, and I found mushroom so big I had to go back home and get my chainsaw to cut it off, and the mushroom was too heavy and too big to bring home, so I just picked up the chips. I picked up 5 bushel basket full of chips. Idaho hillbilly liked that one.
Yeah, that's a good story. Have you ever seen a puffball mushroom?
No.
They look like a soccer ball.
I think I've stepped on a few and kicked them.
But these things, I went to a farmer's market a couple years ago, and a guy had one there, and this thing was the size of a basketball, and he wanted, I think, $25 for it or something like that. And I feel, and I said, well, what do you do with it? He said, you slice it like a steak, and then you fry it or grill it. And I thought, well, if I was into eating mushrooms, that'd probably be a good deal. But it didn't weigh nothing. I mean, the thing probably weighed about 1.5 pounds or 2 pounds, but it was this big,
I thought you was talking about them. They're about that big around, and you step on the white, and they go poof.
No, yeah. Oh, these are called puff balls or something. Huh? Your kitty had kitties. There you go, Grizz. Shish kebabs at junkyards tonight. Yeah, snowballs. Yeah, that's what they call it. Snowballs are. Yeah, I would never pick one myself. I would leave that up to somebody that knows what they're doing. But they claim once you cut into it, if it's yellow on the inside, don't touch it. Don't eat it. Throw it away. 4 more welfares. Yeah. Yeah, 4 more mouse to feed their junkyard. Yeah.
I feed my birds out here. When it warms up, I don't put no more out there. I wait till it gets cold when they really need it. They come back.
I feed when we have a hot dog event or something like that. We don't use our buns and stuff. We rip them up, throw them out for the squirrels and the birds, let them eat them. Whatever I don't give away. So.
Pam had some Krispy Kreme donuts, the yeast donuts.
Yeah.
She had some that went stale on her because I can't eat them. So I put them out in the bird feeder. Boy, they loved them. Even a squirrel eat them. Oh, yeah.
We had a squirrel yesterday, Kim, that come running down the tree, stuck his head in the snow, and then all the thing you could see was his bushy tail. Then he'd come back, pop back up, and he'd hit his head in the snow again. And he's looking for a nut that he buried, and couldn't find it with all the snow. That's kind of cute.
Yeah. Them squirrels, now I'll tell you what, they tear stuff up. But these feeders I got from Real King, that stopped that. They get up there and when their weight hits it,
Yeah.
it shuts off. So they can't get no seed, so they leave.
Right. Bye, John John. AJ Lynch, can you shout me out? Who is AJ Lynch?
Well, let me check you out.
Well, he's already got a shout out by us saying AJ Lynch.
Yeah, but he wants me to put a link out. All right. I'm sub to him. He's got 67 subs. Sure. Give me a second. I'll post a link in here for you. You could say hi to your host, though. Make sure you're sub to me.
How old are you, AJ?
When you go into a room, say hi to your host, please.
Yeah. That's just proper etiquette when you come in and say hi, everybody. How old are you, AJ?
Okay, Orson.
You're 12. Okay, nothing against you, AJ, but I try not to sub anybody that's under the age of 18 for the simple reason if I say something offensive in my room or in my video, I don't want to be hassled by the parents or the person that's under the age of 18 because they were watching my stuff. So, but you look like you have a good channel. I encourage anybody that's young, if they want to see your channel, go ahead and look at it.
I was already sub to you, AJ, but Grizz or Dog's correct about that. Yep. Chat room etiquette, Grizz says.
Yeah, flying squirrels. Is that what you're talking about there, Junkyard? Yep.
They've on YouTube, they've got these obstacle courses up for a squirrel that they have to go down a line and go through a thing. That's pretty cool.
Yep, I've seen that.
Well, you're welcome to come by.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
you know, if your parents is offended by what you're seeing, you know, it's not my fault you're watching my channel. But I get what Dog's saying, you know. We try to keep it clean. We really do anymore because YT will shut you down.
Right. Well, the worst thing of it is if you say something, and you know, it affects him and his parents don't like it. Next thing you know, they're contacting YouTube and now they're flagging your channel. And you know, I just that's just something that I don't care to explore right about now, getting my channel flagged. So.
Yeah, but see, the thing of it is, Dog, and I agree with you, Dog. That is correct. You can't keep them from watching you, even if you banned them, you know.
Right.
But if they come in and they behave themselves, I don't ban them. And I try to shout out, you know, I shouldn't have said that word, channel recognition. But anyhow, you know, I try to give everybody a chance. But if they come in and start spouting out and cussing and all that, you're gone.
Yeah, I just I have all the now it's not bad. The echo. I have all the admiration in the world for you, AJ. It's just that, like I said, I'm glad that you young kids are doing this and getting into something like this. You know, it's just something I don't want to venture into. Oh, that's yeah. Go to Idaho Hillbilly. I'm family friendly too. It's just that some stuff I say out of context, you know, that some people take wrong, and so
Yeah, we tell a few jokes and
yeah. Now, don't I do have a few kids on my subscriber list, and you know, if I would have known at the time they were kids, I probably wouldn't have put them on. But like I said, I never unsub. So in fact, I will sub you, AJ.
yeah. AJ, you're welcome. All you got to do is just behave yourself. And when you go to somebody's live stream, keep that in mind. Say hi to that host. That'll get you better than anything.
Well, I did sub to him because the reason why is I want to listen to him do Alvin and the Chipmunks.
That's cool.
You too, AJ. Have a good morning. I don't know. No, you're old enough to remember it. Back in the 70s, they used to have uh, a record out called Shirley and Squirrely. And what it was is it was based on the Chipmunks. And they did this, uh, you know, music. And it was pretty funny. You guys can actually look it up on YouTube. It's called Shirley and Squirrely. It's funny.
I don't really remember. I remember hearing that name.
Yeah. You get a chance, just look it up under YouTube, and it's a little it'll be a record or you know a music video, and I don't think it's animated or anything, but it's funny. It's about him asking her to take her to the dance. Let me look real quick. Okay, Kim, I'm gonna play just like 5 or 6 seconds of the song if you don't care.
Yeah, as long as we don't get demonetized.
I'll just play 5 or 6 seconds. I think you can actually play 15 seconds of it or whatever.
Yep.
We're only years old.
That's the Shirley and Squirrely song.
Yeah, I think I've heard that.
Yeah, it's they were based on the Chipmunks. Yeah.
Unpronounced name. Mike Johns is a very good channel to get subs. If you go in there and talk to him, he does a good job for you. I've actually got some subs off his channel. Okay, Fast and Furious, thank you.
What do you mean by there's two of you now?
I don't know.
Oh, you talking to me there? Or are you talking about the song I just played? I don't think you're sub to me, unpronounceable names, but
Yep. Your host always comes up yellow.
yeah, I'm Iron Dog, unpronounced names. Oh, you're
There
me.
you go. And I'm the bearded wonder.
That's me, Iron Dog.
Yep.
Yeah, it does take a lot to make a meatball there, Grizz, for a chipmunk. My grandson was asking me, he said, Papa, what's the difference between a chipmunk and a squirrel? And I said, well, a squirrel's about this long without the tail. I said, a chipmunk's about that long without the tail. I said, quite a bit of difference. Yeah, I'm like a tire. The smaller they are, the harder to fix.
The chipmunks has funny markings on the side of their head. And my dad always told me about a gray squirrel. You know, they're so fast.
Yep.
He said, if you see a gray store or a gray squirrel, not store, run down a tree, he said, you shoot the bottom of the tree. He'll be there by the time the shot gets there.
Huh. No,
Not really, but they are fast.
We have red squirrels, gray squirrels, and black squirrels, and then a regular squirrel here in Michigan. And the black squirrels aren't around where I live, but they're in the next town over, which is Blissfield, and there's a bunch of them there. You go to Blissfield, you see all sorts of black squirrels, but you don't see them here. Now you'll see gray squirrels here, but not black ones.
Oh. Now, 20 miles west from here is a town called Olney, Illinois, home of the white squirrels.
Oh, yeah?
And they are protected. You don't run over a white squirrel. You don't shoot a white squirrel. Have you ever seen one, dog?
Nope, never have, but I was just wondering how it would go in white bean chili.
Well, if they catch you running over one, you'll get a ticket. That's a true story. They're highly protected over there.
Yeah, Idaho. Yeah, we knew we were all doing live streams. Well, we didn't know it until we were all doing live streams at the same time. So I'm trying to put out a notification early enough so people know when I'm doing one. But
I missed it. I missed it, dog. I was already up going. And
right.
So I went to yours on my wife. I muted it, you know.
Right.
But it's the same as if I was on your live stream. You know, you got my watch time off of me. So
right. I appreciate everybody that showed up. We did a little thing last night, which is actually pretty nice. Might want to try it here on yours. We were talking about being married and, you know, the sanctity of marriage, and wanted to see how long people have been married. And we had like 4 couples that had been married over 30 years on my live stream. I thought that was pretty interesting. We had a couple that had been married over 20. So.
Okay, Doug, can you add them all up?
What, their average years?
No, you said you want to know how long people have been married. I said, can you add them all up?
No, we're talking about one continuous marriage. I know people who's been married for 40 years, but he's been married 10 times, you know. So no, that's you know, that's the thing. Like I was telling them, I said, you just don't hear it anymore. Like me and the missus, we've been July will be 35 years for us. Yeah, I know, Grizz, but I actually never got a notification for you, and I don't understand that because I do have your bell rung. So, 'cause the other day, remember, I don't know if you remember, but I had to unsub you and then resub you because your bell wasn't working. So I might have to try that again if it's unsubbed again or unrung.
I had the hardest time getting Idaho Hillbillies bell rung. I'd unsub, sub. It wouldn't work. I'll bet he got tired of saying, "Oh my God, how many times Kim Fyffe's going to sub to me?"
Did you see what he wrote, Grizz? Did I put the notification out an hour before I got your notification, but I was intending to keep mine short. My wife complains about that. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Well, that's okay, Grizz. We know what you're talking about. December 25th, 1975. Is that the day you got married, Junkyard? Because that's a long time. And if that's your date you got married, 42 years. Congratulations.
Hey, YT hit 500 subs. Congratulations, YT. YT Gaming Streamer. Check out his channel. I'd say everybody here was sub to you, but you can still check him out. He's a young boy. He's a good boy. He's got a lot of gaming videos. I don't know how old he is.
Tim, my parents have been well over 50 years. Their secret is Dad lives in Tennessee and Mom lives in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I put down the other day that me and my wife were separated, and somebody said, "Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that." I said, "It's okay. She's out in the garage, and I'm here in the dining room."
Yeah, Grizz did that one evening. He said his wife left him, and we was all beside ourselves.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then finally he come back. It might have been hours or days later. Well, she'll be back. She just went to town with her family to shop.
Yeah. How long have you been married, Idaho? Tim's mom and dad's been married since 1964.
Cool.
Are they still happily married, or are they just separated and never got divorced, Tim? Because there is people that do that. They won't get a divorce, they'll just separate, and that way his wife can still have insurance and all that other stuff, you know.
Well, I was married 4.5 years, and then 19 years, and with Pam a little over 7 years. It'll be 8 years, July the 10th.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, get along better that way, you know. Absent makes the heart goes fonder. Oh, so you guys have been married 28 years, but you've been together 36. Well, that's good, Idaho. That's good. You know, because you do not see people staying married. For some reason, they think marriage is disposable. You know, they get in an argument one day, heck with you, pack my bags, leave, I'm out of here. I can find something else tomorrow. You know, that's not right. Marriage is a commitment. And in some cases, you got to be committed if you're married. But, I love my bride. you know, I met her on Valentine's night. It was actually the day after Valentine's. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I met her at a bar and been with her ever since.
Good deal, dog.
Well, because she told me after we, got together and stuff, if I ever left her, she'd kill me. So I'm just, I'm staying together, for, to stay breathing, Kim. She knows better than that. I love her to death. So I'm just kidding with that.
My sister, it was around Christmas, and she called me. She said, "Hey, I want you to call this girl," meaning Pam. And I said, "Oh, who is it?" And she told me. I said, "She won't have nothing to do with me," because she lived in a real nice big house, and everything. She said, "Call her." And I did. I was on pins and needles all that Christmas day, because she said, now she goes down to her mother's on Christmas and she won't be back until the next day. And I kept trying to call her, and I thought, oh, I better quit trying to call her. She's going to think, who in the heck's calling me? And finally I got a hold of her and I said, my sister told me to call you. And she laughed real loud. She said, do you do everything your sister tells you? I said, well, sometimes, yeah. And we ended up talking to each other on the phone for over an hour and a half that very first night I called her. So we met the next day and we've been together ever since.
That's good. Did you see what Tim wrote? My wife and I have been married almost 30 years. Never mentioned divorce, but murder has came up a few times.
Well, that's kind of has happened here, but we've lived through it.
Well, in most cases it'd be called justifiable. So,
Well, dog, it's 9:30 here, and I don't know how many hours I've been. I think it's been like a couple of hours.
Yeah, you started.
More. It might be over this morning. But anyhow, I just got a notification that Pawpaw Doing It Cheap's going to go live in 30 minutes. I don't know if that's an old notification or whatever, but I need to get off here anyhow to get something going, get the dog out, get the mail checked, all that. So I appreciate each and every one of you on here. Tim's World, I missed you. Hello and goodbye all at the same time. Thank you for coming on my channel. I'm sorry I'm shutting down, but I appreciate every one of you. So, dog, you go ahead and say bye.
Yeah, thanks to everybody for showing up. Make sure you are subscribed to Kim if you want. Subscribe to me if you want. Show some channel love to all these other channels that are needing some support. And as always, God bless and have a good day.
Yes. And I've been saying this. May the peace of the Lord and the power be with you.
Goodbye. Bye.